This is the max velocity warm-up. We're going to run at 90% today, so the warm-up will be one of the elements to get us ready to run at 90%, but it's just the beginning. We'll do a number of efforts. There are a number of units that are going into getting up to 90%. And we'll start with just some joint mobility. Now we'll do some movement exercises. Forward skips with arm circles. Then we'll do backward skips with arm circles. Then we'll do a side slide and we'll switch halfway. It's important to get full range of motion with your arms. Now we'll do a karaoke, and halfway we'll switch. And we started this warm-up with anywhere from a mile to a 2-mile run, 10 to 15 minutes of running to get blood flow started. And then the warm-up is designed to continue blood flow, but to become more and more dynamic as we go along, increasing the intensity over time. And we're doing alternate low skip and scoop. You want to try and scoop with a 90-degree angle in the lunge position and reach down to the ground. Now she'll do what we call GROUCHO walks. Kind of a version of a low walk, but not quite as low, when you're going to push and pull, and you should cue the athlete to push and then pull, and then pull, push and pull. And she'll finish with a backward run for the movement exercises. Bring your heel up to your butt and reach. Now we'll do dynamic mobility, so she'll do supine straight leg raises. Morgan's done this warm-up now for 4 years, so she has it memorized and knows every exercise in the order. So it's quite fluid at this point. When she first started doing this warm-up, it took us probably 45 minutes to an hour to get the right technique and for her to tolerate the entirety of the warm-up. Because at that particular time when she was younger, this was the workout. So she's moving into an iron cross. And with these exercises, we're working on 5 to 10 of each of the mobility exercises. And that just depends on the developmental level of your athlete. So far, we haven't stopped from the time we started running to now. Over the course of, say, 10 or 15 minutes of total warming up, we haven't stopped. So she went from iron cross to scorpions, and now she'll go to an exercise that we call groiners. And she'll follow that up with inverted splits and scissors. And those are scissors. And now she'll go right into rockers, into a hurdle seat stretch. So we're still dynamic and continuous. And you can slow down the warm-up if you want to, depending on the level of your athlete. She might be in a hurry today. She's just moving right through it. Now we're into a hurdle seat change. And she'll follow that up with lateral and linear leg swings. And you just need to look for a place where you can do them. We haven't set anything up, so she'll just go to the nearest wall, or in this case, bleachers. You want to try and keep the shoulders square to the wall, or in this case, the bleachers. She's getting a really good range of motion there. Now she'll go right into a series of drills. The first one will be an ankling drill, and I'll cue her to dorsiflex in your ankling, and she'll do it in and out, and then she'll go into a technical run. So she's stepping up and over the opposite ankle and trying to dorsiflex, and then she'll run. And at the other end of the run, she'll do butt kicks and back into a technical run. Snap that heel up. Snap the heel up. She's getting much better range of motion on the left than she was on the right. She wasn't getting the heel up to the butt on the right. Now we'll go from a straight leg shuffle into a straight leg bound into a run. We're following all of the drills with a run. Bring that heel all the way up. The cue for that particular drill, which we call a B skip, was that she should go knee up, heel up, toe up, and then thigh down, and then grab the ground. Now she'll do an exercise that we call the G drill. It's a balanced drill as much as it is a skilled drill. She's trying to strike the ground with one leg and recover the heel on the other. And she'll pause and hold it, and then fire, and then run. Now she'll do fast legs on the right. She'll follow that up with fast legs on the left. Now she'll do alternating fast legs and then a technical run at the end. And we're cueing a technical run. You just run out of the drill, and we're going 10, 15 meters, sometimes 20 meters. Now she'll do what we call some dynamic exercises that are ballistic, and then she'll increase the intensity of the run after each exercise, and we'll go 20 to 30 meters, and by the time we've finished, we'll be at something like 90% in terms of our intensity on the run. Starting with prisoner squats. She'll run out of that. And you can have the athlete wait at the other end and recover, or walk all the way back. You want to walk back or stay at that end? So you can recover choose your recovery time in between these exercises, but we're talking normally 30 seconds, 40 seconds. So we'll go jumping jacks and then a run. And again, the intensity of the run will increase after each exercise, and there are a series of 6 exercises here. Starting with prisoner squats, moving to jumping jacks, which are very low level intensity. Now pogos, which increases the intensity a little bit, followed by an increasingly faster run. Then star jumps, then tuck jumps, then rocket jumps. And the volume of each of these is reduced. We start with 10 on the first 3, then we go 5 star jumps, then 3 tucks and 3 rockets. She starts hitting it by the time we get to the end, so we're really pushing off the rocket jumps. So we've continued blood flow throughout the entire warm-up. The intensity has picked up, both in terms of the ballistic exercises and in terms of how fast we're running. And she'll finish it off with 3 rocket jumps and push out of it. And it may seem like the run is about the same, but she's pushing harder and there's a little fatigue starting to set in. So the intensity has picked up. You can see the fatigue in her face and how hard she's breathing. And she's pretty advanced, so I'd normally have an athlete walk back after each of those dynamic ballistic exercises. And that's it. She's warmed up and ready for multi-throws. And the difference here, you might view a warm-up as